Welcome to Lesson 3 of our Intro to the Classics course. In this lesson, we're going to learn about a few of the most significant gods of the classical era. The ancient Greek and Roman civilizations both had polytheistic religions. This means that they worshiped many different gods, each with their own temples. Much of the English language was influenced by ancient Greek and Latin. If we break down the words monotheistic, which means a religion with one god, and polytheistic, which means a religion with many gods, we can see their Greek components. Poly meaning many, mono meaning only, theos meaning God. Here's some other words that stem from these same Greek roots. There are many gods, mythical creatures, and heroes in classical culture. You might recognize many of their names because there are lots of things in our culture named after them, such as the planets. You might remember from Lesson 1, every planet in our solar system is named after a Roman god. Hermes. Hermes Delivery Service is named after the Greek god Hermes, messenger and ruler of commerce. His Roman equivalent is Mercury. Versace's logo features the head of Medusa, a gorgon with snakes for hair, who, if looked at directly, turned people to stone. Pandora. In Greek mythology, Pandora was the first human woman. She had a box that contained all of the evil of humanity, which when opened, unleashed chaos into the world. There is a well-known jewelry brand as well as a music streaming service named after Pandora. Venus. Venus, goddess of love, the Roman version of Aphrodite, has been used to sell women's razors since the 1990s. So both the ancient Greeks and Romans worshipped many gods. Each god ruled different areas of life, and so people would pray to each one for different things. In this video, we'll list both the Greek and Roman versions. Zeus or Jupiter. Jupiter is the god of the sky, thunder, light, and lightning. He is regarded as the king of all gods within ancient mythology. His symbols are an eagle, a lightning bolt, and an oak tree. Hades or Pluto. God of the underworld. Hades Pluto is considered the wealthiest god because the ground is so rich with minerals and precious metals. Pluto literally translates to the wealthy one. In ancient Roman culture, Pluto was the god of mortality and riches. In ancient Greek culture, Hades was the god of death and the underworld. The entrance to the underworld was guarded by Hades' three-headed dog, Cerberus. Poseidon or Neptune. Neptune is the god of the ocean and fresh water. He's commonly depicted holding a trident, surrounded by or mounted on a dolphin. Although not as commonly, he can be known as the god of horses as well. Within the Iliad, Neptune, along with his brothers Jupiter and Pluto, controlled the earth in three parts: the underworld belonging to Pluto, the sky belonging to Jupiter, and the sea belonging to Neptune. Hermes or Mercury. Mercury is the messenger god of travelers, merchants, shopkeepers, and tricksters. He's commonly associated with symbols such as the caduceus, a staff, a winged cap, a winged pair of sandals, a tortoise, and a ram. The caduceus, or the staff of Hermes, is often used to represent medicine, and it can be found on ambulances today. The symbol has two intertwined snakes wrapped around a central pole, representing the physical and spiritual aspects of the body, revolving around a central backbone. It was first used by ambulances in order for paramedics to have proper authentication on the road. Ares or Mars. Mars is the god of war. He's commonly depicted holding a shield and the spear of Mars. Before battle, Romans would worship Mars at the field of Campus Martius so that he would help them in war against foreign enemies. Athena or Minerva. Athena is one of the most important gods in Greek culture, goddess of wisdom, law, justice, and strategy. Scholars and soldiers prayed to Athena for blessings in their search for wisdom or victory. She is recognizable in ancient sculptures and pictures by her signature traits: holding a spear, having an owl perched upon or somewhere near her, and lastly, the symbol of an olive tree. The ancient city of Athens was named after Athena. Demeter or Ceres. Demeter is commonly associated with the harvest. She is usually depicted holding a sheaf of wheat and or wearing a crown of wheat. She is usually a motherly, older woman. Fertility and agriculture go hand in hand across many different cultures, and Ceres is no exception. There are many more gods too, some more powerful than others, some who reigned over very specific things. There are also demigods in classical mythology. Achilles, for example, was a demigod. He was the son of the sea goddess Thetis and human man Peleus. Although we don't worship Greek or Roman gods in a formally religious sense anymore, they are still all around us. If Neil Gaiman were here, he might argue that this is in fact a form of worship. We pay these names and likenesses lots of mind, attention, and reference. If that is not a form of worship, then what is?